He stood there trembling, a legend mourning another legend. When Bill Cosby stepped up to the microphone at Malcolm-Jamal Warner's funeral, no one expected what came next. Tears streamed down his face as he revealed a haunting truth, something the world had never heard before. In that moment, even the cameras couldn't capture the full weight of what was said. What did Cosby say, and why did his words leave even the strongest people in the room speechless? The bond between Bill Cosby and Malcolm-Jamal Warner wasn't something created for television. It was real, deeply personal, and built over decades of love, mentorship, and shared struggle. From the moment they met on The Cosby Show, Malcolm wasn't just a co-star. He became like a son. When news broke that Malcolm had suddenly passed away, the world gasped, but no one was more devastated than Cosby himself. What unfolded at the private funeral stunned even those closest to the family. Cosby didn't simply grieve. He spoke from a place of raw pain, exposing deep regrets, hidden memories, and the darker side of fame that followed them both. His tribute wasn't scripted. It was real. For many, it finally revealed how close the two truly were and how far things had spiraled behind the scenes. In this video, we go deep, revealing never-before-heard accounts from people inside the funeral, reactions from co-stars like Phylicia Rashad and Tempest Bledsoe, and disturbing details from Malcolm's final days that many tried to keep buried. What Bill Cosby said in that eulogy left the room in tears, and what followed raised questions no one was prepared to answer. From the very beginning of The Cosby Show, Bill Cosby took young Malcolm-Jamal Warner under his wing, not just as a co-star, but as a father figure. Malcolm was only 14 when he first appeared as Theo Huxtable and quickly became the heart of the show. Behind the scenes, the bond was even deeper. Insiders often described Cosby spending hours with Malcolm after filming, teaching him about the industry, personal branding, and how to carry himself as a young black man in a world that rarely forgives mistakes. Cosby saw promise in Malcolm and treated him like the son he always wanted. Malcolm returned that loyalty with admiration and respect, even once saying in an interview that Bill taught him how to be a man, not just how to act like one on TV. As scandals began surrounding Cosby, their relationship quietly strained. Malcolm, who had built a clean and respected reputation, distanced himself publicly, not out of hate, but self-preservation. Still, those close to both men say the emotional bond never faded. When Malcolm died at just 54 in what was described as a mysterious drowning, Cosby reportedly collapsed in grief, whispering, "Not my Theo." Frail and heartbroken, Cosby requested to speak at the funeral. Inside the packed church, cameras barred, the atmosphere was heavy with grief as Hollywood elites, castmates, and loved ones gathered. When Cosby slowly approached the pulpit, escorted by aides, his tear-filled eyes locked on the casket of the man he once called his TV son. Cosby's voice cracked as he spoke about knowing Malcolm before fame, before the world called him a star. He spoke of private conversations, heartbreak, rejection, and the pressures of Hollywood. Then his speech took a darker turn. Cosby implied Malcolm had not been protected, that there were dangers and pressures surrounding him. The room fell silent. Nervous glances were exchanged. Was Cosby suggesting Malcolm's death wasn't an accident? Even Phylicia Rashad reportedly lowered her head as Cosby ended with a chilling line. "Theo, wherever you are now, forgive us. We couldn't save you." Tears flowed freely, but beyond grief, something else lingered, suspicion. Days later, Phylicia Rashad broke her silence in a private interview. She revealed that just a week before Malcolm's death, he had called her late at night, emotionally heavy. He told her, "If anything ever happens to me, I just want you to know I love you, Mama." He admitted he was under pressure from executives and old associates, people from the past demanding his silence. He told her something was coming, something he couldn't avoid. Rashad later said she believed Malcolm was preparing to expose something and that he was scared, not for his career, but for his life. That statement changed everything. As the public accepted the official story of accidental drowning, inconsistencies began to surface. Missing call logs, unavailable surveillance footage, and a locked cabin raised serious questions. An anonymous resort employee later claimed someone came looking for Malcolm the night he died and was told not to question it. These weren't small gaps, they were massive cracks in the narrative. The question became unavoidable. Was Malcolm-Jamal Warner's death really an accident, or was he silenced? At the memorial service, Cosby took the stage once more, visibly shaken. He spoke not as a celebrity, but as a grieving father figure. He talked about Malcolm's discipline, loyalty, and how he never turned his back on him, even when the world did. Then Cosby delivered a final blow that shook the entire room. If I could trade places with him, I would. The room erupted in sobs. Headlines followed around the world. As guests quietly exited the cathedral, one woman remained near the casket, Karen Molina White, Malcolm's longtime ex-girlfriend. She placed her hand on the casket and whispered words that would soon spread everywhere. "You were the one. I never stopped loving you." Those nearby, including Keisha Knight Pulliam, were visibly shaken. Later, Karen posted a simple tribute online that went viral within hours. As the curtain closed on this emotional chapter, it became clear Malcolm-Jamal Warner was more than a beloved actor. He was a man deeply loved, fiercely protected by some, and perhaps failed by others. His death shocked the world, but it also revealed raw truths about love that never died, a mentor forever grieving, and a legacy that will never be forgotten. Rest in power, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. You were more than Theo. You were a son, a brother, a lover, a friend, and you will never be forgotten.